So as you guys saw from Motherload 14 video, my friend Pete Lombardi gave me this. It's a 10-gallon air compressor, and he tells me that this is good for using air tools. I've never ever actually had an air tool before because I never had a compressor that was big enough. I have this old compressor that I use for, you know, pumping up my tires and stuff. It's I forget how many gallons it is, but it was cheap. I bought this 15 years ago at Sears for like $100 or something. It's been working well, you know. I mean, if it's just pumping tires and stuff, you know, and blowing with the little air gun and stuff. But I've always wanted to get into air tools. I really haven't had the need to use it because I've always had electric impacts, which work very well too, you know. And I have a cord here that I just plug in and power all my grinders and impact wrenches. But anyway, when I got this, it didn't have the shroud. I had to put it back on. I have to secure it with some bolts. And you need that shroud, as Robert Nighthawk told me. If you don't have the shroud on there, it's the same thing as not having the shroud on the riding mower. The engine will overheat. So it isolates the air on the inside with the fans and keeps the engine cool. So all I need is what Pete told me. It needs an air filter. I ordered one on eBay, cheap, like $5. Just screw it in there, and there you have an air filter. On the valve over here, it doesn't have the quick disconnect thing to plug the hose in. So I've taken this one off of that one over there so I can test it. So I'm going to screw that in. So I screwed it in there. I didn't screw it all the way in, but I screwed it until I felt that it was really tight. I mean, it's brass, so I don't want to bust it, you know. As long as it's really tight, it ought to be alright. So I'm going to plug this in and see if it starts up. But first, I want to make sure it has Earl with any motor or engine, right? Gas engine or electric motor. I hate when people call engines motors. A motor is an electric motor, alright? If it's gas, it's an engine. Just to be clear, alright? Anyway, I think this is the Earl indicator, and it's full of Earl. Otherwise you would see the level here that wouldn't be there, but looks like it's full of Earl. Looks like it's slowly going up. It is 10 gallons, so it's going to take a while. It's been running for a while. Doesn't seem to be getting past 50 psi. Like there might be a leak or something, you know? Well, I just shut off the motor and it's still at 50 or so, and I don't hear any leaks, which is good, but I don't know why it doesn't go above 50, you know. I just took the air cleaner off my old one and stuck it into there. It's much quieter now. Still not going up past 50, and it's not shutting off either, ever. So I don't know what's up with that. I just loosened, or actually tightened the bolt underneath the tank. It's like a reverse thread. So as I thought I was tightening it, I was actually loosening it, and the other way around. So I put it all the way, and then I started it up again, and I drained it. I guess this is what I saw from Gas Monkey Rehab, where Richard Rawlings or one of his guys said that on air compressors, it draws in moisture from the air and it gathers on inside the tank. So you have like a lot of water in there. And sure enough, all this water is drained out. So I'm going to tighten that bolt back again and see if it has any effect on filling this past 50 psi. It's been going for about 5 minutes now. Just doesn't pump above 50 psi. That's pretty damn useless if it doesn't go over 50 psi, right? Anyway, let me know if you guys know what's up with it. So I can't stand it. I want to know why this thing only has pumps up pressure up to 20 psi on the left gauge and 40 psi on the right gauge. It doesn't go over 40 on the right, 20 on the left. So I was watching some videos. That piston ring wears out a lot, and the gaskets are usually busted after some use. So I'm thinking that might be it, and that might be the reason why it's not, you know, filling the pressure fully. So I'm just gonna take it apart, you know, and figure it out. I'm gonna take that shroud off first. Bros, it is cold today. Probably 19 degrees. Terrible. Just terrible. Suppose I can get one of those jet kerosene heaters for the garage, but I don't even know where I would get kerosene around here, you know what I mean? Shroud comes off. Well, have to take this air cleaner off. This air cleaner I just got for $5 on eBay. Screws right in. Nice. There it is right there. So, I'm thinking I'm just going to take this off, the head. 4 bolts. I used a ratchet, already loosened it up. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Of course, I don't really understand it, you know. Don't really know what I'm looking at. Is there supposed to be a gasket or something? Because I don't really see one. This one feels like it's all, like, there is no gasket, you know? I don't know if I should have pulled that out, because now I'm not going to be able to get it back in without a... Oh, actually. if engines were so easy to get the piston ring in, it'd be much easier. Uh-oh. How did that just come out? Well, I mean, that feels pretty good. Really good, actually. You know? I don't know if there's supposed to be a piston there. I mean, a gasket there. You know, maybe that's not it. So I managed to put the piston back in and everything. And this thing is just sitting there like that. Does that seem broken? That seems broken. So I managed to loosen these very rusted on screws off of this thing. I don't know what it's called. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. So this thing was broken off of this, see? Just like a flap, you know? Like for a valve or something, you know? So if this flap is broken, right? This just loosely flaps around like that. Maybe it doesn't generate enough air or something. You know what I mean? This is definitely broken, right? I guess that's it. They just get a new thing. Maybe that'll be it. Because it is very corroded. I mean, it is broken. I am a little perplexed as to why there's no gasket, though. There should be a gasket. Like this thing here? Well, there is a gasket. Rubbery thing right here. But it's pretty worn out. Pretty worn out, but yeah, I guess I'll have to go and look for that part, put it back in there. The piston and the ring look good. It everything else seems alright. I think it's just that. I don't know what that's called, but I'm sure one of you guys do. Anyway, I'm gonna go find the part and maybe order it and give it a try. I literally searched for hours looking for this part. Apparently it's a Campbell Hausfeld valve plate. Couldn't find one for Briggs, couldn't even find the diagnostics for it or the spreadsheet or anything like that. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Support the channel, buy a sticker. Follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. See you guys next time.